All right, Shalom, Lord Christ. Sorry for the difficulties we had earlier. This is the Isupk Alabama law class, and today I'm teaching about MLK, Martin Luther King Christian Crusades, man. Martin Luther King Christian Crusades. All right. This is around the time of segregation in 1963. I'm just bringing out the time when Martin Luther King had sacrificed black children to these devils, America, you know. All right, and Officer Murad, do you hear me? Can you hear me on the live? Officer Murad.
Okay.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Okay. I can barely hear you.
All right, can you give me John chapter 8, verse 44? John chapter 8, verse 44. Okay.
Okay, I can hear you clearly.
Okay. This week is MLK's so-called birthday. It's his birthday. All right. And this is around the time where America want everybody to pleasurize MLK. Everybody give thanks to MLK. Give MLK, give him thanks for what? Give Martin Luther King thanks for what? For giving America everything that black people had? Giving up all of our businesses, man? Why should we give thanks to Martin Luther King, man? Martin Luther King's dream is a nightmare to black people, man. Martin Luther King is a traitor, and Martin Luther King is no different than those sellout Israelites back in the day when they sacrificed their children to the god of Moloch, man. Okay, I brought this topic today about the Children's Crusades because in Alabama in 1963, it was the time that Martin Luther King targeted Birmingham, Alabama, because Birmingham, Alabama was the most segregated city in the United States. Okay? Birmingham, Alabama, these devils didn't want black folks to integrate with them. They didn't want you in their neighborhood. And they were so damn racist that they even came into the church and bombed the church. To let you understand their picture, they want to be segregated. They want to be far away from you. They don't want no black spots in their neighborhood. And they made examples. And Martin Luther King MLK thought that, hey, if I bring children in to this revolution and to my agenda, they ain't gonna bother the children. But let me tell you something. These devils hate us so much that they did bother those children, man. They did spray those children with water hoses. They did stick dogs on those children, man, and had canines ripping flesh from black children, man. Police beating up the children. They ain't care, man. All right? But give me that scripture, warrior.
Like it, sir. You said that was John 4?
John chapter 8, verse 44.
Come on, sir. And it says, this is the book of John, chapter 8, verse 44. Ye are of your father, the devil, and the lust of your father ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and abide not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. When he speak a lie, he speak of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it. Are you there, Alawan? Your mic is muted. Salaki, sir. Salaki, sir, your mic is muted. Your mic is muted, sir. Salaki, sir, your mic is muted. Salaki, sir, your mic is muted. Your mic is muted, sir. Your mic is muted, sir.
Can you hear me now?
I can't hear you now.
All right, Salaki for that. I'm gonna start back over, man. Salaki for that. All right. Yeah, but I told you to give me the scripture, John chapter 8, verse 44. Okay, go ahead and pull it.
This is the book of John, chapter 8, verse 44.
Mm-hmm.
Ye are of your father, the devil.
Stop right there. Ye are of your father, the devil. Christ was talking to the Pharisees and the Sadducees at this time. You know, the Pharisees and the Sadducees, they were black people, you know, Israelites, just like us today. But guess what? Today, the modern day Pharisees and the Sadducees would be your modern day Christians. You know what I'm saying? Because what makes them have some similarity to the Pharisees and the Sadducees? Both of them serve the oppressor. Both of them have seats, high places with the oppressor. They are only in charge because they do the oppressor's will. They do the oppressor's agenda. Okay? And that's why they live a lavish life. That's why, you know, you see your pastor with the alligator shoes and a nice suit, because they do exactly what the oppressor wants. They do his lust. They do his duty. Real good, man. You know? And Christ told them, ye are of your father the devil. A lot of times when the Pharisees and the Sadducees approached Christ, it was all because they came there on their oppressor's agenda. Back then it was called the Romans. Now America is the offspring of the Romans. Know what I'm saying? It ain't no difference. And Christ said, ye are of your father the devil. Why he called the devil their father? The oppressor right now is the devil. He's the one that whitewashed history. He's the one that persecutes the real children of God, which is blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, you know. And right now, you know, back then, he was doing the same thing, you know, persecuting God's people. And these pastors, these Christian pastors, you know, the Pharisees back then, all of them, they're going to do what the oppressor, the colonizer tell them to do, man. All right? They're going to keep the slaves in line. They're going to make sure you stay a good boy and love your master and hate your people. And that's why Christ said, ye are of your father, the devil. Martin Luther King, MLK, was of his father, the devil, man, the oppressor. And how can I prove that? A lot of Christians don't even know Martin Luther King, that's not really his damn name. His name is Michael King. Michael King, him and his father, Michael King Sr. and Michael King Jr., both of them took a trip to Germany to go admire a damn devil named by the name of Martin Luther. His name was Martin Luther. He was the progenitor, the founding father of the Protestant church. Okay? The Protestant church was notorious or famous for protesting against the Catholic Church. They were the first people to protest against the Catholic Church. That's what Protestant means, to protest. Okay? And Martin Luther, he got a lot of praise from a lot of people in Europe from writing the book of 99 Theses. And Michael King Sr. admired this devil, man. He admired him. He admired him so much where he named himself and Martin Luther King after this devil, man. And that's where they get their name from. All right? And Martin Luther King also got a lot of his philosophies from I think his name Gandhi or something like that. He's an East Indian, Gandhi. He got a lot of his marches, his ways, the non-violence, protesting and marching. He got that from Gandhi, the East Indian, man. All right? But read that again, Mariah.
Come. Ye are of your father the devil.
Ye are of your father the devil. Read on.
Come. And the lust of your father ye will do.
You know why Martin Luther King, MLK, get all the praises in America? Because this is who the white man, this is who the oppressor want every black person to be like. He wants you to be a sellout, just like MLK. Okay? He wants you to turn on your people just like MLK. Because MLK turned on his people when he had us marching and begging us to join to the oppressor, man. That's a traitor status, man. Why can't you tell your people to come together like you're supposed to? Separate from that Christian church. Keep all your black businesses, man.
Right.
MLK basically told us to depend on these same people that hung us from trees to raise us up from the dust, to raise us up as a nation. And now you wonder why we on the bottom. MLK regretted his dream. MLK regretted integration, man. And guess what? He said it before he got assassinated. He got assassinated because he regretted that contract that he made with the devil. That's why he got assassinated. He tried to go back on what he did. But you can't do that with these devils. You better learn from Bill Cosby, R. Kelly, and P. Diddy and all of them. When you try to go back on your word or try to act like you want to be a black revolutionary, hey, they'll expose you quick on the things you do behind closed doors. Right. And guess what? They can get you like that because you are of your father, the devil. You do disgusting things just like him. And the only way to come against these devils, you have to come into the truth. You have to separate from that Christian church. You have to live a blameless life. How do you live a blameless life? Come into the ISBK, and learn how to walk, learn how to talk all over again. Christ said, in order to be, have a high seat in the kingdom of heaven, you must come as a child, man. Learn all over again because you don't know nothing, especially coming out of that Christian church. Because guess what? Today or tomorrow or whenever they had that MLK parade and you ask them about MLK, they're going to tell you he was a great leader. They're going to tell you that he was the greatest leader that black people ever had. Let me tell you something about MLK, man. MLK was the greatest traitor that the black people ever had.
That's right.
The greatest black traitor, man.
That's right.
He's the reason why. If you got one felony, you can't really get no job.
Right.
Because back in the day, you had black businesses where you could get out and get hired from another black man. Now, this oppressor got you paying for a background check or do a background check on you for free no matter what. Once you do the background check, you ain't getting the job.
Right.
But this damn devil by the name of Donald J. Trump got 34 felonies, man, and he can be president. Huh? He president twice too. Know what I mean? He about to have, a big glowing aura all over him, man. What it is on the 24th or the 25th? That devil gonna be happy, man. I'm a president for the second time. And whatever I do to you Negroes the first time, I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna get it done the second time. That's why it's so important we separate from that Christian church, because we have no business voting. We have no business following leaders that have us following our enemies, man. And that's what MLK did to black people, man. All right? Read that again, Warrior.
Come. Ye are of your father the devil, and the
Mm-hmm.
lust of your father ye will do.
That's why black people want to be gangsters. That's why black people want to do, all the things the oppressor do, man. Because that's your spiritual father. That's who you look to for guidance. You don't look to the God in this Bible for guidance, because this place taught you to hate the laws, statutes, and commandments of God. And what place is that? That damn Christian church. They
All
teach you
right.
to hate the laws, statutes, and commandments of God, but you better keep the laws of America. You better be a good American citizen. They want you to be a good American citizen so much that they sacrifice black children to these oppressors, man. It took for that to happen. For these oppressors to say, you know what? Let us stop, having this all white establishments where black people can't come in, man. Let them just join us. We shouldn't be this way. They offering us their children.
Mm-hmm.
Let us just segregate. Let us just integrate. Don't be segregated. But guess what? Right now today, black people are still segregated. White people are still segregated. When you go to church, you go to a integrated church, or you go to a segregated church if you're a black man, or even if you're a white man. Do you go to an integrated church, or do you go to a segregated church? We all know the answer to that.
Right.
We all know is you got black Christianity and you got white Christianity. Okay? The black Christians, they the punks. The white Christians, they ain't turning the other cheek. They're not gonna turn the other cheek at all. Like the
Right.
black Christian. That white Christian not gonna turn his other cheek. He gonna turn the other pistol. He gonna grab the other Glock. Okay, he gonna grab the other rifle. He's not turning the other cheek. That's why it's so important that we must understand that we gotta stop following these Christians that tell us to not defend our own nation, not to defend our own people. Hell, not to even defend yourself. Christians will turn the other cheek when it comes to an oppressor. But guess what? Let a black man step in their shoe. Let a black man, offend them. They be ready to unalive one of their brothers. But oppressor, nah. That's how we still got a slave mentality, man. It's called Stockholm Syndrome. Read that from the top again, Warren.
Come. Ye are of your fathers the devil, and the lust of your fathers ye will do.
Mm-hmm.
He was a murderer from the beginning.
Okay, we're gonna drop that. Give me that article, Warrior. That not the article, it's a screenshot that I sent you about the children's crusade in Birmingham, Alabama.
So I can't pull it up. I'm on my phone. If I pull it
Oh,
up, it's gonna
Salaki.
take me.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and read it then. Salaki, I thought you could read it for me. Okay, I'm gonna read the article. Baba Gashab. Give me 1 minute. Okay. Give me 1 minute. Okay, here we go. Martin Luther King Jr. in the Southern Christian Leadership Conference encouraged black children in Birmingham, Alabama to participate in the Children's Crusade, a nonviolent protest against segregation in 1963. Here's the evil thing about this protest. It said that this protest was nonviolent, but was it nonviolent? Black people was nonviolent, but white people was not nonviolent. So it was not a nonviolent protest because it got violent once they started marching in Birmingham, Alabama. And that's why Martin Luther King was so wrong and evil for what he did, because you know what happened right before the Children's Crusade when they got children to march for them. You know what happened before that? The KKK, decolonizers in Birmingham, Alabama, had bombed the 16th Street Baptist Church. So guess what? Martin Luther King should know if they would bomb a church, would you think they give a damn about some damn children? Black children? They told Martin Luther King before he even got there, if you come here, we use the violence. And he still did it. He still did it, man. Is that a great black leader? Is that a great black leader? To put children in the front line, to have children, pursuing your nasty, disgusting dream? Because you want to drink at the white water fountain, you're going to sacrifice somebody else's children, man. Sad, man. But I'm going to read this article, some more of this article, man, about this cow named Michael King. I don't like calling him Martin Luther King. I like calling him Michael King. That's his real name.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. But the marchers were protesting the racist laws and segregation that prevented black people from voting, attending integrated schools, and working in certain jobs. What happened? On May 2nd, 1963, I just said this before I even spoke about it. 1963, thousands of children marched from the 16th Street Baptist Church to downtown Birmingham. Police arrested hundreds of children and used force to stop the marchers. Okay? And you know why Martin Luther King used children for the march? Do you know why? I'm asking you, Mariah.
Oh, lies, sir.
Okay, put it like this. If the whole world was to see children getting beat up by police officers sticking canine dogs on the police officers, these children are going through hell for integration, right? What would the country have to do? Because by Birmingham doing this to little black children, guess what they're going to bring upon America? Humiliation, embarrassment. So guess what they're going to have to do? They're going to have to compromise and say, you know what? We can't allow them to keep having children to come out here and protest. For us to join them, for us to be in our restaurants and our, white establishments. So in order for us to stop this, the only way to stop this is to stop segregation.
Right.
And that's what happened. And Martin Luther King, he knew, you know what? If I sacrifice these black children and they get beat up on TV, they don't care about us getting beat up. They love beating up the grown folks. But the children, that's too far. But was that a good thing or that was a cowardly thing to do?
That was a cowardly thing, sir.
Yeah, that's a cowardly thing to do. I mean, what man will put children on the front line? Hell, what man will put women on the front line? That's not Israelite culture, but America, they'll put a woman on the front line. They teach us, hell, put your black kids on the front line. Sacrifice your children. Do whatever it takes to appease me. Show me how much you willing to show me your allegiance. And the Christians showed them how much they'll show America their allegiance. By giving up their own damn children, man. All right? Okay, I'm going to read some more on the other article that I got. I got a lot of information. I'm going to try to go through it fast. Okay. Okay, what happened during the march of the Children's Crusade in Birmingham, Alabama? Police arrested hundreds of children and used force to stop the marchers. Images of children being attacked by police dogs and fire hoses appeared in the media, causing outrage around the whole world. The U.S. Department of Justice intervened and the city agreed to desegregate downtown stores. Okay, desegregate means it's no more segregated. Let them come in. Right. Let the Negroes have their way. Let them shop with us. Matter of fact, what y'all complaining for? Let them bring us all of their money. Know what I mean? Because that's what happened. We bought them all of our economy. Messing around with Martin Luther King, man. All right? And I'm going to drop this article. I'm going to read the next one. And I'm going to show y'all the proof that MLK, he knew what was going to happen to those children, before they started marching. He knew they were going to get messed up. But that's what these pastors do. These pastors will put your children through the fire. You know what I mean? Just like the Israelites did a long time ago with the so-called false god Moloch, the burning statue. It had a bull head, the body of a man, but a bull head with his hands out. And this statue was it was hot. It was on fire from inside. And the Israelites used to sacrifice their children to this statue, this hot false god. The children used to burn to death in his hands. What's the difference? What's the difference with you bringing your children inside of that Christian church? Because you know what happened to your children when they go inside of that Christian church? How many kids got molested? Boys getting molested by the pastor. Girls being molested by the pastors. The pastor know your uncle molested you. The pastor know you've been molested by somebody in that church. But guess what? You know the most perfect place for a predator, for a rapist to hide? That Christian church. That's the best place for a pedophile, a nasty rapist to hide, because everybody gonna hide your filth. Martin Luther King smoked cigarettes. He dealt with white whores. Martin Luther King was in the damn world. He was the most notorious, infamous pastor known in America, man. But they want black people to follow him. Why? Because they want you to be disgusting and nasty and a traitor just like him in America. That's why every black neighborhood you go to got an MLK Boulevard. Huh? Now, they're going to bring it back with Barack Obama, even though he ain't even black. But they want you to be like Barack Obama now. They got Barack Obama Boulevard now, down where I'm from. Yeah. Anybody that's a sellout, anybody that's a coward and ain't got no spine, that's what they want you to be like. That's why they pumping this Rainbow Coalition so much, because they ain't got no spine to fight against the government neither. Because the government support their nasty ways, man, because they the Rainbow Coalition as well. All right? Believe it or not, Marah, do you really think Martin Luther King wrote his speech that I had a dream? Do you think he wrote that speech?
Do I think he wrote it? I don't think he wrote it.
Nah, he ain't right. You know who was the ghostwriter to Martin Luther King I Had a Dream speech? You know who was the ghostwriter? It was a white Jewish man. They called the white Jewish man Stan the Man. But if I'm not mistaken, his real name was Stan Levinson. He wrote more than one speech for Martin Luther King. So was Martin Luther King's dream really his dream?
Right.
Right? You know what I'm saying? Was that really his dream? I don't think so. Baba Gashad. But Salaki, I'm gonna go ahead and read some more on this article. All right, this is an article about Eugene Carter, also known as Eugene Bull Carter. All right, he was the one that was putting in place, unlawful laws, in America, in Birmingham, Alabama, to keep black people out of Birmingham from marching. If he was to march in Birmingham, and after he had a little speech on TV, he said if he was to come here protesting, trying to bring trouble into Birmingham, he gonna block off the roadways. If you go to jail, he gonna make sure you have the highest bonds, so he could drain the pockets of the fundraisers that funded that march. Thousands and thousands of children went into jail, marched, and got beat up and got bitten by dogs and stuff doing this Christian, what they call the Children's Crusade in Birmingham, man, Alabama.
Right.
And we're going to read about this devil, all right? So let me get this article, Baba Kashaw. All right, Eugene Bull Connor, the Commissioner of Public Safety for Birmingham, Alabama, issued injunctions that prohibited demonstrations and civil rights protests. These injunctions were unconstitutional and were challenged in the court. In 1963, Connor issued an injunction against the Birmingham campaign. Connor ordered police to use attack dogs, fire hoses, and batons against protesters. He ordered this before the march. You see how evil and wicked Martin Luther King is, man?
Right.
He knew that this was going to go down. Okay? I'm going to go to the next article. I don't get down on Malcolm X. Don't get it wrong. But I got a little bit more respect for Malcolm X than Martin Luther King when it comes to the doubles. Because at least Malcolm X called the white man his right name. You know, Michael King or MLK called the devils his brothers. You know, and he want to hold hands with these devils. Malcolm X was like, no, they are they the devil. You can't do that.
Right.
You put black people in danger. Now I had to give him credit for that. But one thing I cannot give him credit for, he wanted black people to follow Arabs. Okay, that's evil and wicked. You ain't no different than Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King want his people to follow the devil, the oppressor, and Malcolm X wants to follow, these same people that got all our stores right now in the black neighborhood. You know, got all the damn gas stations, the Ishmaelites, the wild man. He wants to follow them and their culture instead of following the culture that God already gave us.
So, like I said, if I may.
Go ahead.
I was just thinking about, Martin Luther King also came out and said that, he felt that he led us into a burning house.
Right.
People into a burning house. And we seem to overlook this. Like, we seem to overlook that right there. Like, that means everything he said was invalid. Every speech you brought out, everything you did, and everything you taught was invalid because you led us into a burning house. Like, we overlook that so much, man, and they don't, what I mean? I don't think that's looked at the way it need to be looked at. It's like,
man, I'd rather have Nat Turner Day than an MLK Day. Let's have Nat Turner Day.
Right.
Yeah, right. Nat Turner Day, man. Because that was a real black leader, man. Like, he really wanted his people to be free.
Right.
MLK wanted his people to be free. MLK wanted his people to be even more deeper into slavery, man. And that's what happened.
Right.
At least in the time of segregation, black people love one another, man. The black family stayed together. The black man was in the house. It wasn't no black on black crime like that. Right. It never happened. Now black people, all we do is unalive each other and blame each other for what's going on when it's the whole time MLK integrated us with these damn devils. I blame the damn oppressor for black people unaliving each other, man. Because black people didn't do that until we got joined to them.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, we protected one another. We had organizations where we kept these damn devils out. If they came in our neighborhood, we watched them. And that's what we should do today. We should go back to the days of old. That's when we were successful, man. That's when you had Black Wall Street. That's when you had Rosewood. And we had these neighborhoods because all we had was each other. That's all we had. We ain't had no interference from the oppressor, and that's why we thrive as a nation. You'll thrive as a nation without the interference of your damn enemy. Trust me, you will. That's why the rest of these nations, they come over here and work and have their own communities and their own police officers because they know not to trust these damn devils, man. It's us giving these devils our love, man. And they'll give us no love in return. Black people have integrated with America, but white people, they have not integrated with black people.
Yeah,
That's what
right.
happened. We kept our end of the bargain, but they didn't. All right. So let me finish reading this article about the shop. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go to the next one. I gotta go through these articles kind of fast about the shop.
Mhm.
All right. Give me 1 minute. I'm trying to pull up the one about Malcolm X. Matter of fact, don't even worry about it. Give me that scripture I sent to you, Warrior. I think it's Leviticus chapter 20.
Come. Leviticus chapter 20.
Uh-huh.
Okay, what verse other one?
Leviticus chapter 20, verse 2.
Verse 2, come.
Yeah,
This is
you can
this
start from,
book.
yeah, start from 2. You gotta start from 1. Start from 2 about the shop.
Come. This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 20, verse 2. Again, thou shalt say to the children of Israel, whosoever he be of the children of Israel, or of the strangers of the sojourn in Israel.
That means
Yeah.
that means the Israelites that's in the land and Israelites that come from other lands that's with you. All right, read on.
Come. That give any of his seed unto Molech, he shall surely be put to death. The people of the land shall stone him with stone.
I got a question for anybody that's on the chat. Alexandria, Officer Mariah. Why was the Israelites sacrificing their children to Moloch? What's the spirit behind it? Why would they do that? Why would they sacrifice their child to this deity, this false god?
Salaki, sir, can I, what I say tradition?
Nah, that actually wasn't our tradition. It's not our tradition, but whose tradition? If it's not our tradition, who else's tradition it would be?
Is our oppressor tradition.
But what oppressor? You got to remember, this is the book of Leviticus. Okay, when we came to the land of Canaan, and before we conquered the land of Canaan and called it Israel, when we was in the land of Canaan, we had to deal with the other nations. And guess what? The other nation had false gods. One of these gods was Moloch, you know, and the other nations, they sacrificed their children to Moloch. And in order to show the other nations that you down with them a lot, you know, or want to be on their side, or you want to appease them, guess what? You got to show them you'll go against your God for them. And how you do that? By giving up the things that's precious to you, that's precious to your God. Your children is the most precious, like one of the most precious things you could give up to, to another nation, man.
Mm-hmm.
And they wanted to show the other nations that, hey, man, we down with y'all, man. Hey, we down with your God. We down with y'all, period. We so down with y'all, we'll give y'all our children, man. We'll sacrifice our kids. Just like those Christians, just like Martin Luther King did during the Children's Crusade in Birmingham, Alabama, man. No different. Martin Luther King sacrificed some black children to appease America, to satisfy the oppressor, to show the oppressor how much we love you. I love you so much, I give you my black children, our future. And guess what? Don't America got the future of black people in their hands right now? They got the future, the present, the present, and the past. They got all three dealing with this goddamn coon, man. If you get them your children, man, that's your future. Of course they want your children, man. What what
Right.
do what do oppressors do, or what do your enemy do when they go into your land and go to war with you? They unalive all the men, but they keep the children and the women. Because what are the children and the women called? Spoils of war, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's another word for spoils of war? Man, it might be a little comedy too. It starts with the letter B. What could be another term for spoils of war? It starts with the letter B. Believe it or not. And it's funny too, man. I like to have a little comedy sometimes in my class. But another term for the spoils of war, I don't know if you ever heard of this, Officer Murai. It's called booty. You ever heard of that?
A lot.
Yeah, I'm very serious. That's what the original term for booty means. Spoils of war. Believe it or not. Yeah, man. This is a little comedy and a little education. But look it up. You'll see it. You'll see it, man. Matter of fact, look at that word from it. But that's after we read the scripture. Go ahead and read that scripture.
Come.
Yeah, you probably thought the original term for booty meant butt tops, but nah, it's actually the spoils of war.
Come. Verse 3. And I will set my face against that man, and I will cut him off from among his people. Because he has given of his seed unto Molech to defile my sanctuary and to profane my holy name.
All right. And how can I prove that the Israelites, when they gave their children to Molech, that they was following other nations? They were not following the God of their fathers. Let's get 1 Kings chapter 11, verse 1. Alexandria said, I didn't want to be the one to say it. Hey, you could have said it. It's all good. You could have said the word Buddha, man. I mean, you got the word ass, damn. That's all in the Bible. The oppressor, he changed the meaning of words over time. That's what he do. But it's all good, sis. Hey, it's just funny, man. But let's get 1 Kings chapter 11, verse 1.
Come. It was the book of 1 Kings chapter 11, verse 1. And the king Solomon loved many strange women, together with the daughters of Pharaoh, women of the Moabites, and the Ammonites, the Edomites, and the Sidonians, and the
Zidonites,
and the Hittites, the Hittites, like verse 2. Of the nations concerning which the Lord said unto the children of Israel, ye shall not go into them, neither shall they come.
What did the Lord meant by ye shall not go into them? You should not integrate.
Right.
You should not integrate. What make America different? God didn't strike down the Tower of Babel. God didn't separate Noah's sons. If you go in the Old Testament, all you see is God separating. God separating. It's in the New Testament too. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. America shall be separated like it's supposed to. God gonna make everybody go back to their own goddamn people, like the way He wants it. Because God gave all of us our own damn society, our own land. It's the damn oppressors that's so damn greedy. They gotta have everybody land. They gotta take everybody culture, and they gotta be the last Mohican, the last samurai.
Right.
Why can't you just be the first and last damn devil? Why can't you just be that? You want to be everything else but the damn devil, about the damn liar and the murderer that you are.
Right.
Why can't you just be that? You wanna be all the heroes, but knowing damn well you are really all the goddamn villains.
Right.
Yeah, man. But how do you go into other nations? Joining their religion, voting for their leader, pledging your allegiance by giving them your damn children. Like, how can you give them your damn children, man? That's how sad we had fell low as a people, man. Giving the enemy our children, man. The damn oppressor would rather die out there in the army with a rifle in his hand before he do that. Giving his children. But that's how low we became, man. That's how we don't give a damn about each other, man. We'll give these oppressors our offspring, our seed. All right, you know?
So it comes. Neither shall they come in unto you.
And neither
For
you should let
sure.
them in either. You should let them come into you neither. How you let them come into you? By, your brothers and sisters marrying these damn heathens. You know? A lot of people don't know the Black Panther Party was a big thing, man. They had it on the pocket. How did the Black Panther Party fail? They failed because they were sleeping with white women.
Right.
They were letting the enemy in. That's how they failed. You don't let the enemy in, man. All right? How did Black Wall Street fall? Because a white woman came in there and said rape. Oh, I got raped. Man, you got to watch these devils, man, because they always up to something. They always trying to figure out a way to be on top of you, and you be on the bottom. But can you blame them? That's the way your enemy supposed to think. It's us that's being an enemy to ourselves and trusting these damn devils, knowing damn well they can't be trusted. You know?
So it comes. For surely they will turn away your heart after their gods.
And that's what happened with Negroes in America. Now you going to a church and you on both knees praying to a Jesus that so-called ain't got no color, but they put him up as a white man. They contradict the things that they say. You say Christ don't have no color, but you got a white man on the wall. Make up your mind, you dirty, filthy Christian. Make up your damn mind. They let you know who they really worship. They serve the white Jesus. They serve Cesar Borgia. And they can't stand the God of the niggas. They can't stand Yahweh style because he is black. That's why when you say Christ is black, Christ had color, they get mad and want to fight you. They want to kick you out of their church and say you got demons in you. They don't want you in their house. They don't want you around because they're going to call you crazy when in reality they're crazy. They're not wrong. They're the one that hate the truth. All right? They hate the truth so much, that they'll come against you. They'll come against their own family member. That's why it's so important that brothers and sisters come to the ISBK and understand that we are your true family, man. Right. Your family members, they're your family in the world, but I call mine relatives. My real family right here, okay? The ones I know they're going to die for this cause. When I wake up in the morning, and when he wake up in the morning, both of us going to be like the white man is the damn devil that the Bible speaks of. That's my family. We on one accord, man. I ain't got to worry about my brother messing with my damn woman. Right. I ain't got to worry about my brother turning me in to the FBI. That also happened in the Black Panther Party, too. Oh, man, they had informers. And here, we prefer death before we turn our brother in. IUIC, you know what they said? Oh, you got a warrant, I'm turning you in. But we saying here, Christ had a warrant. All right. So that means you would have turned Christ in, then, bro.
Yeah, all right. So we go. Right.
Yeah. They say they're Israelites. Yeah, you might be Israelites, but you're Christian at heart. You're Christian at heart. You hate Israelite culture. You use the word Israelite to cover up your Christianity. All right? I mean, IUIC is no different than MLK. They trying to join us, the Africans. And that poor sister Joyce Morgan got unalived by one of them Hamites, man. It's so dangerous to join these oppressors, these other heathen nations, because all you're going to see is death and no damn life. Not going to see no life. All you're going to see is a bloody massacre. The destruction of your people, man. All right,
If I may, sir.
go ahead.
That was that's heavy what you bringing out because in these churches, all they do is represent another god. They
Right,
celebrate everything they do is represent another god and blind to the fact,
right.
blind to the fact. Don't even understand that you is representing a whole nother god, and because we allow in that church everybody's accepted. The heathen, the white man accepted, the Chinese man accepted, everybody accepted.
Yeah, man.
You
Yeah, yeah.
know what I mean?
Man. But guess what? Guess what? I really believe that we not accepted. We not accepted. They say we
We ain't
accepted,
accept- right,
but
right,
understand this.
right.
Black people, Hispanic people, Native American Indian people, we are food to the other nations. We are their food. They got us on the dinner table, man, on a plate. We are their food. We're not their allies. They are allied together to eat off of us. That's what's going on. That's
Right.
why they love Martin Luther King, because Martin Luther King put us on the plate for these damn oppressors.
Mm-hmm.
That's why he's the greatest black man to them. Because he handed us over to the damn enemy, man. But
Right.
let's read on a little bit more about Bishop.
Come. For surely they will turn away your heart after their God. Solomon cleave unto their deeds in love. Verse 3. And he had 700 wives.
Damn. How can you keep up with 700 wives? But he had 700 wives.
Right. Princesses. And 300 concubines.
Mm-mm.
And his wives turned away his heart.
And you know how that happened, right? Because if today, let's put it right now today. If you was to go with the devil, she is not gonna serve your nigga God.
Right.
she gonna keep praying to her white Jesus. And
Right.
eventually down the road, to show your love to her, to show your companionship with her, she gonna want you to drop your black God. Because your black
Mm-hmm.
God is keeping you away from for you and her really to have a good connection.
Mm-hmm.
When you come to our house, you can't be black when you come to her parents' house. When you come to her mother and father house, you can't be all the way black. You gotta trim your ways when you come around her family. You gotta trim your ways, and most definitely you gotta trim your God. You know? And that's why it's so important that we don't marry the other nations, because they're not gonna respect you, and especially your God. Because their God in their mind is white, Sergeant Borgia. And that's the God that the whole world in their mind is supposed to serve. Even your own people got a problem with you when you don't want to worship Sergeant Borgia, man. All
Shalak,
right?
if I may.
Go ahead.
It made me think about, I know this pastor, right? I was going to this church. And this pastor, right, I had a picture of a black Jesus in my screensaver.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I ended up putting a black Jesus on my screensaver. But before that, I had a white Jesus on there. You know what I'm saying? So, and the pastor knew about it. He never said anything to me about the white Jesus in my phone. But when I had that black Jesus in my phone, he said,
Right.
"What you doing with it? Why that's in your phone?" You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh
I'm like,
man. You
I said,
already
Pastor, I
know.
told him,
You already know how to get down.
right, I said, Pastor, don't even do that, man, because when he was white, you wouldn't even say nothing to me, man. You ain't said nothing to me.
Yeah,
But now that I got a black Jesus in my phone, something got to be spoke about.
yeah, I ain't gonna say nothing about you got the master in your phone, but you got that slave. You see that
Right,
black Jesus? Like, no, that ain't Jesus. No, that ain't going.
right,
That's a nigga. That's a
right,
slave. That's how they
right.
think.
He went to
All
speaking
your
about
syndrome,
he
man.
Indian.
Yeah, yeah.
He said, Oh
But
man.
guess what though? Even when you go to Christian women, they might be black. Okay, they might be Hispanic, Native American Indian. But even when you go with them, they trying to take you away from your God and make you serve
Right.
Caesar Borgia, man.
Yeah.
To me, they more worship than the oppressor is. Especially that black woman. She in the front row seat of that damn Christian church, trying to
Mm-hmm.
learn how to bring all kind of torture to a black man that she dealing with. Now, come
Right.
on, man. Got
Yeah.
him on his knees crying. He a grown man crying in front of everybody the white Jesus, man. How much humiliation can you have?
Right.
She
Yeah.
want to make sure you are emasculated all the way. And then when she see you emasculated, she don't even want you no more. She don't want you no
Mm-hmm.
more.
Right.
You're better off just keeping it real and serve the nigga God so you can have multiple wives. What about that?
Damn right.
Yeah,
Damn right.
you can have one wife, two wives, three wives. Hell, you can have no wife. You know, but what you can't do is let your woman choose your God for you. You can't let your woman choose your God for you, man. That's what Negroes in the IUIC do. That's what Adam did. We got to learn from our ancestors and don't do the same thing that they did. All right. Let's read the
Mm-hmm.
last scripture, and I'm gonna close it because it's 8:13. I started kind of late. I wish I could have started on time. I
Mm-hmm.
had a lot to bring out, but man, hell, I brought out what I need to bring out. You know. All right.
Come on.
Go ahead.
What's that scripture, sir? Like,
Give me 1 Kings chapter 11 verse 7.
oh, okay, come on. This is the book of First King, chapter 11, verse 7. They did Solomon, they did Solomon build in high place for Shemoth, the abomination of Moab, in the hill that is before Jerusalem, and for Molech, the
And for who?
abomination,
And for
and
who?
for Molech.
And for Molech. This is why King Solomon brought these false gods into the temple because of his wives. Because
Mm.
being joined to other nations. And that's why our people serve a white God today because we are joined, we are integrated with these damn devils, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right. With that, do we got any questions? The sister said Martin was in love with a white woman. That's right. Yes, he was. He had jungle fever. He had jungle fever bad.
Right.
But do anybody got any questions before I close the class out?
Child.
All right, with that, I'm preaching Officer 1,000 Thamayam. I got with me Officer Mariah. Shalom, Sister Alexandra. And that's my time. Shalom.
Mm. Mm.